when you said I'm queer, people were interpreting that as you're open to all genders of attraction, including men. And I think they thought that, oh, maybe, and correct me if you think I'm wrong, but I think they thought you saying I'm queer could open up this attraction that you might have to Chris. Like, oh, now I can.
Okay, welcome to being bisexual. Welcome to being pansexual. Welcome to being queer. Welcome to, like, that's where it's so funny to me that the world ran with that, because like, I don't want to say one thing and then change my mind one day and have the world do exactly what they're doing right now. You know what I mean? I think that's why I realized queer is such a beautiful term, because it doesn't say one thing. Being queer means you are in the LGBTQIA community. If you're a woman and you are bisexual, but you're with a man, you're not straight all of a sudden. You're bisexual. If you're queer and you're with a man, all of a sudden you're not straight, you're queer, but you know what I mean? And so that's where it's like, it's just people I think scratch at the surface for absolutely anything they can. And that's where it's like, it's not worth it for me to get upset over something like that. But it goes back to that original conversation of what frustrates me. And it's people lying or looking for things. And it's like, for this thing, you know what I mean? Like, that's, I see what people are reaching for, but like, guys, come on, your arms are not that long. Like, damn it.
But in that way, do you understand how people were thinking, if she's a lesbian, she's just attracted to other women? And then queer, does that mean that you could one day be attracted to a man? Or is that not even something that you've...
Welcome to being 21.
Yeah.
Welcome to being queer. It had nothing to do with that. I will say like that. That has nothing to do with it. But I've changed a lot since I was 14 in the last 7 years, and I'm sure I'm going to change a lot until I'm 28. You know what I mean? But I have been in beautiful relationships with women who I love and adore very much. I've been in a beautiful relationship with somebody who's non-binary. I've been in a beautiful relationship with men, throwback to my original days. Like, and that's where, I don't know, I think people are, it's funny because there's a side of the internet right now that is saying, y'all are being too hard on JoJo, can it for a second? And I'm not the type of person to give myself sympathy or care, but I see those people and I literally take a sigh of relief and I'm like, thank you. Because I think some people are looking a little too deep into things. And I think people just want anything. And I mean, it's fine. They're gonna do what they do. And so that's just kind of why I let them. But I think like everyone, I guess this is where the conversation stemmed from. And with Danny, I didn't want to feel like I had to give an answer, because I don't have an answer. And so I don't want to feel like I have to give one. And that's kind of where Danny brought the conversation of like, you don't have to have an answer. That's why sexuality is fluid. That's why gender identity is fluid. You don't have to, you can be one thing today. You can be one thing in 2 years. You can be one thing in 10 years. You can be one thing yesterday. You know what I mean? And you're gonna grow and you're gonna change, and people are gonna come in and out of your life, and you're gonna realize things about yourself, and you're gonna have all these realizations. And I think that's where the beautiful term queer comes into play.
Sure, but I think you see that there are people out there who don't understand pansexuality, they don't understand bisexuality, they don't understand queerness.
People also don't understand that I have been pansexual. When I came out, I was like, I'm not a lesbian, I'm pansexual. And that lasted for a year. And then I was like, I think I'm a lesbian. And then I was like, I think I'm gay. And then I was like, I think I'm a lesbian. And then I'm like, those are the same thing, babe. And then I'm like, I think I'm pansexual again. Oh, I think I'm a lesbian again. Oh, I think I'm queer. Welcome. Well, we are 21.
Yeah, she's figuring it out.
Slowly but surely.
I want to talk about your relationship with Chris. Do you understand why people are so curious about it?
Of course. I will say, look, I now being on the outside of the house, I am the #1 JoJo and Chris stan. Like, I see all the edits and I'm like, I want to see more dancing. I want to see more what's happening. Like, I am the scroller on TikTok now. And so I definitely think it's fun, and I understand why like the people are enjoying it. And I think what's so special about Chris and I is our bond is so genuine that neither of us care what people make of it, because we know our genuine friendship and we know our bond. And I think it's so special that we both just kind of have, well, okay, let me go back a little bit. We, in the house, had to deal with people saying we weren't genuine. And that was interesting because they were saying that for a different reason than the public, right? And so I think we kind of got into our heads like, are you genuine? Am I genuine? And we both realized we're both incredibly genuine, you know what I mean? And so then when we got out of that house, it carried through, and it's carried through to this day. And we still speak all the time, obviously, naturally. But it's nice to not feel like we have to explain it or defend it to anybody, almost because we had to for a day or so in the house in our own sort of way. And so now to be out of the house, we just exist, and it is what it is, and we're happy, and we have each other, and it's a great little special friendship that we have. But it's hilarious to see the world, and I literally send him videos of us dancing all the time. And I'm like, look at this angle. This one's good.